downtown Los Angeles is seen from the sky above. That is beautiful.
NBA 2K14 my career, Terrence Gonzalez. This is going to be a great video. Let's start talking about the free agency. The Knicks and the Lakers are both offering Carmelo a lot of money. Now, which team will he end up on? He could go to the Lakers and join Kobe, or to return to the New York Knicks to try to turn things around. LeBron could end up in Cleveland or return to Miami. In my opinion, he could actually go to the Cavs because they have a younger team. The Cavs could actually go far with it. Now in baseball, the Yankees have had an up and down year. The Blue Jays are playing like the #1 team in the AL East. The Orioles actually have a chance to win the AL East. Now Yankees traded Vidal Munoz for Brandon McCarthy from the Diamondbacks. In the World Cup, Brazil and Germany are going head-to-head in the semifinals on Tuesday. And on the other side of the World Cup bracket, Netherlands and Argentina will fight for finals on Wednesday. Now, in my career, I really need to improve my shooting attributes, my defense attributes, and my consistency attributes. Post in the comments below if you want to see an attribute update video. I also need to shoot less and pass the ball a little more. On the NFL, Josh Gordon is running into a lot of trouble. He's getting suspended, and things could get a lot worse if he doesn't start to behave. What do you think about Andrew Luck? The past 2 seasons, he's been one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Robert Griffin III had a tough time last year, but let's see if he bounces back this year. Back in the NBA, Chris Bosh could end up in Houston. Imagine what would it be like if Howard and Bosh were side by side, getting all those rebounds, all those blocks, and all those points, slamming it down every time. Now let's get right into the game. So far in the last few games, I've been shooting recklessly. I've been trying to do double-doubles. I've been constantly challenged by the meter. These things that I see in NBA 2K14, NBA 2K that needs to be improved, and I've seen a lot of gameplays about this, a lot of gameplays.
17 points in the game. Nice shot by Jamison.
Dunk the ball in the hoop. If there's someone in the way, instead of them falling down, it's like there's a wall between you and your opponent. And instead of falling down, they just end up sliding in the air. And why does that happen? I don't know. Maybe something about the physics engine that they need to fix or something like that, some kind of glitch. And there's another thing in here that could be a glitch too. In NBA 2K14, when I played, I saw a few times that my opponent was kind of pushing me, and it ended up being out of bounds. And it was like, what the heck? It shouldn't be a foul, guys? Well, maybe it's kind of like real life where the refs are barely watching and instead of being called a foul, instead they were called out of bounds. But you know, it's kind of annoying to be pushed like that and suddenly you don't get any calls. But anyway, you know, every team needs a guy that can help them defensively and a guy that needs to go and play offensively. Okay, what am I talking here? I'm going entirely off topic here. Let's get back to the gameplay. So far, every time most of the times I go for the assist, I go pass it to the guy that's open for the 3-pointer. I barely pass it to the guy that's on the inside because I want to produce a lot of points. I want to help my team win. You know, I want to get the most out of the team. And well, I gotta see the stats in where we rank in the 3-point range. You know, in the 3-pointers. And you know, who knows? Maybe I'll make a video about where the Clippers in my career, where they are in each stat, in 3-pointers and rebounds and blocks. Terrence has been getting a lot of blocks lately. If you haven't seen that, he's lately been getting 3 to 4 blocks. I remember a game that he actually got 5 blocks. And that's amazing, despite being 6'3". You know, some of his position being a point guard in a position that, well, let's just say my opinion, I may be wrong about this. That's not a position that you usually see a lot of blocks from. But anyway, it's gonna be tough to see where the Clippers are gonna end up in my career. They've been struggling all year. I've been trying to help, honestly, but sometimes I actually feel like I'm the cause of the problems, because I shoot the ball a lot. I try to overdo it just a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot. You know, when my shooting percentage is bad, I try to make it up for getting a lot of shots made, or if I'm down, if my team's down, I try to make it up by shooting, and that's not supposed to be it. If my team's losing, I try to make it up with a lot of great plays, like great passes, wisely selected shots, you know, the usual. But anyway, I see that my team in my career, there have been a lot of moves, and you know, if you didn't know, some of the moves that were made in my career, I actually suggested it. You know, I suggested that for Nerlens Noel to be traded to the Clippers. I suggested Michael Carter-Williams to be traded to the Clippers. But what I didn't know is which player they were gonna trade them for. And I didn't know that DeAndre Jordan was gonna be traded. I didn't know that Darren Collison was gonna be traded. I didn't know that Jamal Crawford was gonna be traded. But you know, it's the sacrifice you have to do for the better, and I think that so far Blake Griffin has been getting more rebounds than could ever imagine. He's on the range of 10 to 15 rebounds per game. I think that it can be good, but we have to see which players which players are going to help him.
I'm not sure who
and in the you've seen in the videos in the power forward position,
Hedo Turkoglu with the rebound. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. The shot's good from Gonzalez.
Well, I don't know if it's such a good idea to put him on the power forward spot. At least to start the game. It's not bad to put him on the power forward spot, but is it worth it to let him start the game? I mean, he is a great 3-point shooter, and well, he can be beneficial to the times that we really need to find a way to score from the outside. And he's actually really consistent when it comes to 3-point shooting. So we'll have to see where we go in the future. So anyway, that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Leave a like subscribe to this video for more NBA 2K14 My Career Terrence Gonzalez. Subscribe to see Fight Night Round 4 Jose Delgado. Subscribe to see AC4 Assassin's Creed 4, of course. Subscribe to see NFL Head Coach or NFL Head Coach 09.
Every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night.
To see NBA Live 98.
They can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games.
Have a great game.
Well, that'll do it. For Dorisburg, Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, T.
Time changes, new faces, old best friends, new strangers, new watch just to keep up with the paces, new game plan off the new places. I got a feeling I could win this race. I found my pace. The only thing that you could do for me is please stay about my way. Don't come around my way unless you got something to pay. I'm trying to find a place where I can free my mind.
You really set the tone defensively, getting your career high in blocks and then some. How important to your overall game is it for you to make an impact on the defensive end?
It's huge. Setting the tone on defense really opens things up for me on offense. I don't know what it is exactly, but when I feel like I'm contributing on one side of the ball, it makes it that much easier to get involved on the other side. You feel me? So that's why I'm always pushing so hard to play an all-around game. Doing well on defense like tonight just makes me that much more confident on offense. And that ultimately puts our team in a much better position to win the game.